Hey guys, welcome back. Today is the start of a new month. It is July 1st. And yeah, I'd like to give you guys an insight to what my current workout plan is. First of all, the most important thing is determining your set of goals and what you're working towards. So for my current goals of my plan, the first big one being fat loss, because currently I'm a big boy. Getting rid of a lot of that will make life so much easier. My second big one is just general strength training, so just gaining strength all across the board, which will help build muscle, which will also build your metabolism, which is great. Next thing on the list is building up my endurance, which is a slow but sure process, which you can work on a couple times a week, but you don't want to go too overboard on it. And at the moment, for myself, and I guess the last one for myself personally is being able to keep my mind busy. Personally, I'm not someone who likes to sit around bored. I don't like coming home a lot of the time much anymore and just sitting around. So I like having something else that I like to do that will help me progress towards my goals and will also keep my mind busy so I don't slip off and, slide into the abyss. So, before we get started, I would just like to mention that my plan that I'm currently following is not one size fits all. It is not for everybody. It does take up a lot of time, and it's meant to also be flexible so you can move things around. But yeah, I will put a little breakdown down in the description. So if you would like to check that out after this video, that'd be awesome. Just give me any feedback if you'd like. But again, not one size fits all, not for everybody, but it's what currently works for me. But yeah, starting off with our Monday mornings, I like to start off with an upper body pull day. This pretty much just consists on working on your arms and your back. So think of simple movements like some dumbbell curls, some lateral pull downs, some rows, and some tricep push downs. That's pretty much all I'm doing for that. Again, I like to keep things easy and simple. But yeah, after our Monday morning workout in the evening, I still usually have a bunch of steps I need to get in, which is just a lot of walking. So, weather dependent, I'll go walk about 3 miles. Again, it's usually at an easy pace. I'm not really pushing myself too hard. It's just meant to get those calories burned and the calorie deficit higher as well. But yeah, going into Tuesdays, it's one of my favorite days of the week. It's leg day number one. I mainly like to focus on my quads and my calves. So literally the big three is bunch of squats, bunch of leg press, and just some calf raises as well. Again, I really want to build strength in my legs since many of the activities that I'd like to do in the future, you need a bunch of strength there. And again, going on our Tuesday evening, we do fill that with a couple miles of walking just to get those steps in. All right, so going into Wednesdays, I do not lift weights on Wednesdays at the moment. Currently, it's mostly just an active recovery day throughout the week. So, example, this morning I just walked 4 miles. Again, if you're not lifting weights, that's still good to get your steps in so you could still be burning a consistent amount of calories and still making progress towards your goals. Again, if your goals are weight loss, fat loss, things like that. But yeah, going on to Thursday, this is our upper body push day. So think about working your shoulders and your chest. So you've got many variations of chest press, bench press, overhead press. But yeah, just some things like that. Again, simple compound movements. And that's pretty much it for that. Again, in the evening, walk your steps, get your miles in if you have time, again. And finally, to end the week off, we have our leg day number two, which is mainly, it may be becoming my new favorite. It's primarily just a deadlift day. I picked those up about 2 months ago, thinking, oh, I don't know what the hype is behind this, but I actually come to love it a lot. Yeah, the two main things I do, literally just two things. bunch of deadlifts and leg curls. And that's pretty much all the lifting I do during the week. Again, on Fridays, I'm usually pretty worn out, so I may take a walk at work during the day so I don't have to do it in the evening. Because on the evenings, I like to prep for what I like to do on Saturdays, which is going for a hike, which you do need to rest and relax for. But yeah, Saturday is usually a hiking day for me, weather dependent, of course. And then finally, our last day of the week on Sundays. Again, you still want to be a recovery day if you need it. For me personally, that's what I do, and I am picking up a new hobby of swimming. I'd like to get better in the future, and it's still something I'm working on, but I'm currently fitting in about half an hour to an hour on Sunday mornings, along with getting all my steps in every week as well. But yeah, that is pretty much my current plan. Again, your main goals are lift just a few times a week, do those compound movements that you can build on. Make sure to get your steps in. Currently, I'm shooting between a daily average of 10 to 15,000. Again, recovery is very important. So if you need to push us, for me personally, if I need to push a session, I will push it today just to get some recovery time in. And you really just want to enjoy it. I've something I've found that if you do not enjoy the process, you're not going to have a good time. You're going to burn yourself out, and you're going to fall back to where you were before when you started. I've been there multiple times. And something that does also help with that is going back to your goals. You know, what do you want to work for? Why are you working out? What do you want to do in your future? And yeah, it's really important just to keep those in mind when you're not doing anything. But for myself in life currently, it's getting in my best shape. But yes, I hope you all have a great evening and a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys on Sunday evening. Take it easy. Peace.